Hi y'all, I'm Amber, welcome back to Cat Speeds, and today I'm going to share with you a book review. The book that I'll review is Brain on Fire, My Month of Madness by SUSANNAH. This is CAHALAN'S memoir on how she lost a whole month, and when she wakes up she finds out that her brain was playing a whole lot of tricks on her. She basically seemed to have gone crazy, and this book takes you through before her month in the hospital, during the hospital stay, and her healing process afterwards. I think maybe I was expecting too much out of this just because I've heard a lot of really good things about it. So going into it, I expected it to be much more powerful and written in a way to really captivate me. But instead it read way too much like a journal article, which I understand since she is a journalist and she's writing from her experience as a journalist. But this is a memoir, and it is basically a full-length novel, so I feel like it needed to be more towards a memoir writing style instead of an article. And a lot of the issues that I found was info dumping. She just threw in a lot of medical, psychological data in there that I felt like, for the most part, anybody who even has a general view of psychology would know. And even the terms are self-explanatory at times. I also felt that if she felt that it needed to be explained, that she could have done that in the back with a, definition, dictionary type thing in the back, instead of putting it all into the story, because it definitely took away from her story of what happened to her because of how much she focused on that. And that was a detriment to the story, because her experience was so harrowing and scary, and having to wake up with no memory of what she had just gone through and had to rely on it. I would have loved to have that more present in this book, but I never once really felt that coming from what she was sharing with us. I also do feel like that had to do with the fact that because she doesn't have clear memory of what happened, she had to rely so much on doctors and video and her family that she couldn't really couldn't go full force with her own emotions, because she wasn't really there to know what those emotions were like. And I get that we needed those hospital moments, but I think if it had been written by somebody else, it would have worked out better, because we're not solely focused on the fact that she's writing her own story, and you feel like you need to be more reliable if you're telling your own story. And I mean, she even said that she wasn't reliable, so I get that, and I kept that in mind. But it definitely felt like it took away from the moments that she was just describing her hospital stay. The writing and the story gets much better after the hospital stay. I definitely felt like she became more sure of her telling of her story there, which makes sense since she was fully mentally present for those times, and she could totally get into how she felt then. And I loved how well she was able to explore her emotions after the hospital stay and just trying to find who she is after the whole experience. Times throughout the book where she was able to really get me moved, but mainly for her family, not for her. And I kind of felt like that's just because she's not reliable in those moments. So overall, this book, it's good. It's not really a strong memoir. I do feel like it was very weak for 2/3 of the book, and that if it had been written by somebody else, it would have been way better. So in the end, I gave it 2.5 stars. That was my review on Brain on Fire, My Month of Madness by SUSANNAH. I would love to talk to you down below about this book if you've read it already. I would enjoy having a conversation with you all. Thank you all so much for watching, and keep smiling.